my activity in Zionist organizations, where I was a young Zion bud. I don't know that we conceived of ourselves as flowers, but we were young Zion buds, and we had a leader, and we met, I think it was once a week, had some recollection of singing and dancing, and I don't know that we did much more, some sort of talk. And that was just the beginning. And then we had a Young Judea club, I think, and then a Habanim group where we came together. And all of that was in Malden. So, there was that kind of activity that sort of crossed the geographic boundaries somehow.
Going into college and your career, what were looking back now, what did you take with you from this Yiddish-infused, to use your term, world into your adult life? Where do you see the threads of connection?
Well, I think certainly in my college years it came through my activity in the organization Avuka, which was a collegiate Zionist organization that was, for its day, probably quite left-wing. We were part of the larger Zionist organization of America. They did not approve of us. And I think some of the closest personal relationships I've had that continue to this day come from that organization, which believed in democracy not only within, and it was still Palestine in those days, but democracy here and anti-fascism and all of that. This was the early 40s. And it was really an extension of what I had been involved in all of my life up to that point. To this day, it informs my attitudes towards Israel, as well as life here.